we must also realize, like, I think we are part of a group of people that somehow, like, there's not a lot of people that's willing to take the leap of faith to build a business like this. And I would love to know what you guys, like, how would you sort of not motivate, like, obviously if someone doesn't want to do it, they won't do it, but let's say they want to do it, but they're scared to take that leap of faith. What would you tell them, like, to sort of, not brace, but to reduce the friction between actually taking the leap of faith and taking action,
Well, you take a risk by doing it for sure. Like it's vigorous. I mean, I literally took 2 years to make any sort of success of myself. But you're either risking 2 years or you're risking the rest of your life in a 9 to 5 where you literally hate your life. You don't really like your wife, you don't really like your kids. You don't achieve anything. You feel like basically pathetic as a man. And if you don't do it and you have the mind to do it, like you have the ambition for it, you will be eternally, I fully believe it's eternally depressed.
I agree.
Eternally.
I agree.
I could not do it. I physically, especially after the last year of how much I've achieved, there's no way I can go back. There's no way I can go back.
It's
Genuinely,
like
I can't.
What that means essentially took like the Red Bull. It's like you can't go back.
Yeah,
it's
fucking
impossible.
no way.
It's, once you've got like a taste of freedom, it's like you can't. You'll go homeless. Like before you.
I spoke to Andre about this yesterday. It's like, I don't even think for me it's about like achieving like all this stuff and making myself proud and everyone else. I think it's more of like just having a borderline, just a baseline of respect for myself. Because if I see a 19-year-old making 40K a month, bro, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like I was sitting there, I'm like, this is ridiculous, bro. And I was like, why would, like, out of respect for myself, I at least need to be making half of that a month. But you know what I mean? And so that just completely changed everything for me. And like, you cannot go back. And then like, obviously with time, getting exposure to everyone in this space. Because remember, our current paradigm and like who we surround ourselves with is like probably 0.01% of the world's population, but it's just like these young entrepreneurs. So all we see is young people being successful and no one drinks, no one smokes, no one does it. Like it's such a crazy paradigm, but that's our reality now. So for us, this is sort of normal, but you need to get into that space first. That's why, once again, environment is so important. But to add on to to what you also said, I think, like Andrew and I were speaking about Steve Jobs, okay? Like the guy who did Apple. And it's like, he worked his entire life for the literal moment, where's my phone? For like the literal moment for you to just look at your phone and be like, yeah, bro, that's well done, bro. And you just move on.
Oh, it's a cool camera.
It's like, oh, Steve Jobs, what a G. And just move. Like, he was the best, he was arguably the best business person, entrepreneur of our generation, maybe excluding Elon Musk. And like, no one gives a shit. Like, maybe you think about him and like, oh, what a cool guy, Apple, great, and you move on. Like, no one gives a shit, bro.
And the thing is, he died 30 years ago, and people already like forgot. So that gives you a lot of freedom as well to try the things you want to try, because no one really cares, and now everyone's gonna forget anyway. So you need to internally feel like, yeah, I can do this. That's all it comes down.
So if you enjoy this conversation and you relate with the health and wealth aspect, and both of these are very important when it comes to scaling a business or just as an entrepreneur in general. Top link in the description if you want a more personalized approach, to scaling a business or in the health aspect as well. And also in the description is access to our free community where we've got 20 hours of content that you can just consume.
100%. If you enjoy this conversation, share it to a friend. Maybe think about subscribing. Put the notifications on. It helps the channel a lot. And by doing so, we can get some more interesting guests like this. So let's get back to the video.
I don't think what we're doing is even about the money. I think it's about being able to live life on your own terms. It's like, oh, you want to make $1 million a month? Cool. There is a possibility of you doing that. Like, you can do that. If you're working 9 to 5, you're at a ceiling, bro. Making 40,000 Rand a month, that's about that. And that's fair. Like, if that's all your game, fair enough. It's not me, bro. Like, I want to be able to live on my own terms, be like, okay, today I'm going to take completely off. So yesterday I worked today's shift or whatever, you know what I mean? Or I don't have to ask my boss to do whatever. Like, I can just do whatever I want. And I think a very big misconception. A lot of people think they're gonna leave their 9 to 5 to work less, but bro, like, you just leave your 9 to 5 to just work a 5 to 9, bro. Like, you're literally just working the whole day. But you enjoy it more. Why? Because you have chosen to do so, and it's because you do it on your own terms that makes this entire thing worth it and valuable. It's not the money, it's not the car, it's not the house. It's living life on your own terms, and that's what it's all about. At least in my opinion.
100%. I mean, for example, Monday, like the midnight going into Monday, I booked my flight to come here. 6 hours later, I'm on my flight, and now I'm in Cape Town with these guys. Bro. Like, it was literally just, it was a spontaneous decision because I feel like it. And that's what it is. I know guys making 50 grand a month for like a year now, and they stay there because they don't want more. They got the freedom, they got the place they want to be, they're living the life exactly how they want to live it. This is their goal. They are absolutely and utterly fulfilled. They're not stressed. They're literally just living life on like peak enjoyment and peak like stillness, you know? And that's really what you can achieve. And it's not even that far away, which is the crazy part. You can achieve it. You can achieve it before people finish university. What? Yeah. You can literally, outside of university, people making like a good salary. I made £40,000 a year. I guess, good job. But I made that in 1 month after working in the business thing for 2 years. Like,
like a year's salary in a month.
In a month.
In 2 years.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, you can build $1 million business by the time it takes you to finish uni,
and then also not even get taxed on it. You just get zero tax. It's crazy.
But like, you're definitely sitting there, and you're probably like, if you're in university, probably thinking, what the fuck is this guy's like? But bro, use this as like sort of like motivation to actually take action and see that it's possible. Because the only difference between us and you right now is essentially we heard someone else say this and we decided like, oh wait, okay, I can do this as well. And that's what happened. Like, a lot of people tend to just think, these guys think they're full. This is like, no, bro. You can also do this. Like, we are not, bro. This guy comes from Joburg, right? Like, we come from Kels or like Durbanville, Cape Town. Like, but we are just normal guys, bro. And bro, it's possible to make it happen. And that's why we do these podcasts. That's why we got the school community, is to surround people and to curate their inputs into a positive direction, you know. If you can just be surrounded by him for a month or two, your entire life will change. And once again, that's why we do these retreats and stuff, bro. It's everything.
One quick thing. Before I made any sort of money, I saw Andra on YouTube. I was like, bro, how's he making so much money? Like, I was genuinely so jealous. I was like, how can this guy make money? He seems intelligent, but he's not insane. Okay, to be fair, you like worked with Mike Tyson, but we digress. I was like, how can this guy be making money where he like lived the exact same kind of very similar life path to me? And then I made the money. He kind of through that broke my beliefs around the limitations I had. Actually, basically everything in life is just limiting yourself. Elon Musk can make $1 million business today because he doesn't limit himself. But regardless, I won't get into that. You genuinely broke my beliefs around money, especially as a South African. And then obviously, like a month or two later, I made a bunch of money. Then I met you in real life, and that was just like, it's almost like you watch a movie, you see the actor of the movie, and you meet them in real life. I'm like, no way. And then they're like, there's some cool guy. Like, actually, all the guys
like
you meet.
Like a normal guy.
It's a normal guy.
Maybe autistic as well. Like,
all the guys are so autistic. It's actually crazy.
Also struggling to pick up chicks, bro. It's like the same fucking thing, bro. Like, you're in Greece. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
But all of this comes down to knowledge, really. Like, I feel like people say that a knowledge, isn't power without action or something like that. But the thing is, once you've got the knowledge, that pain will cause you to act. Knowing that someone 2 years younger than you is making 10 times more than you, that knowledge will cause this sort of pain inside you that will cause you to act. And if you don't act, like you mentioned, you're just going to be depressed forever. Because if it's like, like Marcus really said, if it's humanly possible, consider it within reach. Like, there's nothing particularly different between anyone, really. Like, we are 99.99% the same. So, like, if it's humanly possible, you can do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know a 15-year-old kid I met in Greece now, Cape Town now. He makes 50 grand a month. 4 years ago, he was posting Fortnite montages on YouTube. 4 years ago, when he was like 11. And now he's been making 50 grand a month for the last few months. Like,
in 4 years, degree time.
In 4 years, he dropped out of school at 14. How? He literally has not done any sort of math in school. I make fun of him for it. Like,
my goodness, bro.
So there's no limit. Like, they can literally be 12 years old. You can make a ton of money. You can sell a 50-year-old guy. Like, at 19, bro, I had like insane acne. I was like super skinny because I was trying to just like focus on business and improve myself. I looked like a little bit fucked up. And even so, I got multiple centimillionaires to pay me thousands of dollars. It's all in your mind. Everything, all the limitations, you can't, like, I close 30%, there's no reason why you can't close 30%. It's all in your belief, all in your confidence. There's no reason why you can't charge more. There's no reason why you can't make money online. There's no way you can't find the information find the network, find the resources. The network, everything is under your control. This whole network, even seeing Andre, like I reached out to him online, and I was like, oh, bro, like I tried to connect that connection. Same thing with I think Nick, all these guys. Even some of the Easy Grow sales reps. Like, I'm literally friends with almost the entire Easy Grow team because I reached out to them and created a relationship with them. So it's literally all in your control. And I think a big thing a lot of these younger guys is that they've gotten sadly into the mindset of like a victim. You know, they got stuck in this family. They don't have access to the resources other people have. Like, oh, these guys in this podcast here, they got lucky. They got this and this XYZ. We all failed in just terribly for a long time, and nobody believed us. Nobody. But it's literally all on you. You have absolute utter control of everything in your life to improve it. I got a chronic illness, type 1 diabetes, 4 years ago, randomly. Tough. Okay, I was sad for one day, and now I'm insanely good at controlling my blood sugar. It does not affect me. It's all under your control. Everyone else I speak to with the same disease as me, they're all struggling. They all have like terrible control, like going slightly blind, all that kind of stuff. I just decide not to get affected by it, and I don't. It's literally all in your mind. It's almost impressive.
But it's also like okay, so now people say, oh, but like they were born in a poor family and all this stuff. It's like, okay, like cool, bro. Like maybe your situation is justified and you are the victim, but like what the fuck? Like you're just not gonna take action now? Like what is that? You're just not gonna do anything? Like that's not gonna do anything for you, bro.
If you believe you're not gonna make it, you're right.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and it's like fair enough then, you know. But you cannot, like, if you want any form of success or progression, you're going to have to step into a mindset of like, okay, this happened to me, but I'm gonna willingly reframe the situation that will benefit me. Because that belief that you are a victim does not serve you. And whether or not we come from a better or worse background has nothing to do and has no influence on your life and progression. Okay, so when you victimize yourself, you are literally just degrading your own growth. And that's all you're doing. You're not doing anything else. No one cares. No one's going to get like, oh, it's jammer fear. Like, that's not, it's not going to happen, bro. Like, there was a time when I was even victimizing myself. And there's a lot of people that will say that I'm living a better, or I was growing up in a better situation than they did. But I was comparing myself to people that's better than me. You will always do that. And so by reframing a situation like that, you are able to then essentially step into more, not power, but like that is essentially what it is. Like you're gaining back your power.
There's a Fortnite quote that goes like,
a Fortnite
quote?
Bro.
Yeah, it's like,
damn, he's gonna cook right now, bro.
Okay, I'm ready.
He's gonna cook.
You know, even if you have the grey loadout, you're still gonna go for the win, bro. It's like, if you've been dealt like the worst cards, the worst hand, terrible, you're still gonna go for the win.
Yo, clip that, bro. Clip that.
Clip that, bro.
Clip that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and if you win,
Don't expect that.
it's even better. The guy's got like a gold scar, full shield.
Yeah.
You got like a grey AK, like no shield.
And you get it, bro.
Boom. You win.